Oh man, I love that song. Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. Um, it's Thursday. It's time to smoke a cigar, drink some whiskey. I'm drinking a little smoked bourbon, a little smoked maple bourbon. Smoking my acid cigars as usual. Um, yeah, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna talk some comics. A lot going on lately. I don't know. There's some spec stuff to look at, especially this new comic books coming out next week. There's a couple cool things that I posted one of them on Instagram, and then I guess it sold out pretty quickly. Sometimes when something sells out on Midtown, that's a really good barometer as to what it's going to do in other places. So a lot of times, if you see it sell out quickly on Midtown, you have a little window of opportunity to buy it somewhere else before it sells out there. So um, I'll show you guys an example of that. I had a couple of my IG followers tried to take advantage of my, I was telling them in the post to go look at something, and then it sold out real quick. So it's the way it goes. Wish I could rap. I would make up a little song right now if I had BIG's skills. That'd be awesome. All right, so we got Luis Ramirez in the chat. What's going on, Luis? He's usually first in the chat. We got Dia. He's asking, are we doing a Q&A? Yes, all times. Anytime you guys have a question, pop it into the chat. I'll be more than happy to try to answer it, discuss it. I do have some books to show. Got a couple things in the mail in the last few days. I got a Midtown order a few days ago as well, so there's a couple books in there. So we'll look at that. Look at a few things here. We got Red Matos. Good to see you as well. We got Malcolm Giles in the house. BTC Moon Guy, of course. Daryl says, what are your thoughts on this Bad Idea comics? Bad Idea. Is that the name of the comic book? Is that the publisher, Bad Idea Comics? I think I've heard of them. I try to stay current. I know most of the comic book publishers these days, but there's always some I'm not. So let me know if that is a publisher or do you mean let's invest in poor characters, poor ideas? I was watching. I don't watch that many live streams. Or sometimes I'll catch just to see what they're saying. I'll catch certain channels that will have some spec plays. I don't think most of them are worth a damn. I'm trying to be nice. Most of them give you, I don't know, it seems like recycled speculation, or a lot of them will give you, hey, buy this second print. Oh, this is a second print of this character. I don't know. I think if you want to invest in keys, invest in keys. But don't try to tell me that this second or third print, fourth print, oh yeah, that book's going to blow up as soon as this character shows up in a TV show. Oh, come on. It gets a little too much. Then people get into, oh yeah, it's a Canadian price variant, or yeah, the Mark Jeweler, if it's got a Mark Jeweler insert. I mean, I guess if you really love a particular comic book, like if I was a really big Hulk 181 fan and I had a couple copies and I knew that there was a Mark Jewelers insert out there, that made it slightly more exclusive. Yeah, okay, I could see wanting to chase that down, but they'll be chasing down indiscriminate books. Hey, that's a Mark Jeweler, but no one cares. No one cares. I mean, Mark Jeweler. I've never bought a comic book because it had a Mark Jeweler insert. I don't know. I just think that's silly to me. Yes, it means it's more limited because it was sold on military base. And how do we know it was on military bases? Because of the Mark Jeweler insert. It was a special advertisement put in the comic book to target servicemen. I don't know, maybe women. Maybe a woman wants to buy their significant other a ring as well. But it was basically to get servicemen to buy, hey, I coming back from my tour of Afghanistan. I think I'm going to buy my girlfriend a ring, and so that's why they put the advertisements in some of those comic books. But I don't know. I don't think you see any of those. That was a period of time in the probably late 70s, early 80s, maybe to I don't know. That probably ran until maybe early 90s. I don't know. I just think it's silly to buy a book because of a Mark Jewelers insert, but to each his own. I'm not going to tell you how to collect. I'll just tell you how I collect. I give you my opinions. They're unfiltered. So some people agree with them. Some people don't. Yeah, what are you going to do? Red Mato says the weather sucks today and tomorrow. Yeah, I'm down in Florida. The weather's been pretty decent down here. We're not freezing cold. It's actually been fairly warm. I think it was in the high 70s, low 80s today. Mostly overcast though. Not a lot of sun today. I don't know. This weekend, I think the weather's supposed to be pretty nice. Yeah, that's one nice thing about living here in Florida. I feel bad for people in Texas. I know Dallas, Houston, some of those cities. Apparently, I wasn't aware of this, but a lot of their electrical grids are out, and you'd think their electricity would run on oil or natural gas or something. But apparently, most of the electricity in Texas is a windmill, and I guess they got such cold weather that it froze up the windmills. So that's why a lot of people are out of power. So I feel bad if you're in San Antonio, I think Dallas, some of those cities had major outages of power, people without power for many days. That sucks. Here, usually we're in Florida, we're used to losing power if there's a hurricane coming through, but we don't have to worry about freezing temperatures. It doesn't, I think maybe once or twice a year, it might get into the 30s early in the morning. I think maybe a week or two ago, there was frost on the grass, and my daughter came out and was all amazed by it because I think that'd probably been the first time she had really remember seeing frost on the grass in Florida. So, yeah, we don't get too cold down here. It's nice. But in the summertime, it gets really hot. So, choose your poison, right? All right. Let's see, we got P. Keel. Live streams. Yeah. I mean, I don't use a script. I know a lot of channels have a very structured format. Mine is the opposite of that. I have absolutely no format. I just talk about what I want to talk about. Sometimes I'll have somewhat of an idea of structure. I'll be like, all right, I want to go look on CBR and some comic books to show. Let's talk about that. Or let's talk about some comic books that are coming out next week. So I do have a few ways of having structure with my live streams, but for the most part, I go off on tangents and I talk about stuff that hopefully entertains you. We'll see. And I like to smoke and drink while I'm doing it. So, Red Mato says that's the company with the one per shop books as a starter. Okay, he must be talking about Bad Idea Comics. Yeah, I'll have to look them up. I'm not too sure about them. Craig 69. I might get one if it has a PX mark on it. Okay. I know some books have a little exclusivity to them. P. Keel says, I ran across some G.I. Joe books with tattoos in them. Yeah. Buy this comic book, kid, and put a tattoo on your arm. I used to love getting. Oh, I'm back. That's the other thing with my live streams outside. I just never know when my Wi-Fi is going to cooperate. It fluctuates. So I'll have some buffering here and there. Hopefully my audio is working well. It's definitely been better since I got these headsets. Or since I got a headset. Let's see. Daryl says, yes, the company's printing 5 different comics. My LCS is putting in an order. His story will be the only one within, his store will be the only one within 100 miles to have them. There are no second prints and no variants. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds refreshing, doesn't it? No second, third, fourth prints. No third prints with a 1 in 25 ratio. Really? Yeah, Marvel's got that down, right? It's kind of sad how DC got lured into that. Now DC has 1 in 25 variants on some of their books. They've been doing that a lot lately, and I know that they've done it before. If you go back a couple years, I think 2018 they started doing it here and there, but no one does it like Marvel does. Marvel abuses the retail store owner. They literally put a gun to their head and tell them they have to order a bunch of books in order to get this incentive. Yeah, that's the game afoot. There you could see evidence of that sometimes when you go to a comic book shop that has long boxes full of unsold books. A lot of them are issue 1s that they went nuts on because they want to get the incentive variants. So once in a while you see that. And once in a while it works out. You never know. I mean, I've been to some shops where I've found some good stuff in overstocked bins. But then if you bring a bunch of them up to the counter and start buying a bunch of the same ones, they start to go, oh, what's something going on with this? I've had that happen a couple times. The shop owner's like, what's going on with this book? Of course, he's asking me. He doesn't know. And I'll be like, yeah, there's some appearance in this thing. You may want to look for more. Cheesecake says his LCS in Tennessee is pushing Bad Idea pretty hard. No thanks. I can't really give an opinion on it. I haven't seen any of the books yet, so maybe if I happen to run across one, I'll do a review on it. It's all about story. If it's got a good story, I may be into it. P. Keel says he's in North Texas. It's better now. Only 300,000 now without powder. Wow, that's still a lot of people, isn't it? Jeez. Craig 69. Bad idea. It's in the name. They're trying to do anti-establishment, maybe, right? Is that what they're going for? Daryl, don't worry, man. I definitely have one of the worst grammar of anybody you'll talk to. It's reprinted. It's just not called first print. Yeah. Yeah. So the printings are getting nuts. I mean, how many reprintings of Something is Killing the Children? Boom Studios has really gone hog wild on reprints. We only find them when they're dead. I think, I bought the first couple issues to give it a try. I didn't think it was that great. I didn't think it was that good of a read, but I don't know. They're going to 4th, 5th printings. I mean, is there that many people buying the book that they've got to go to a 5th printing on that book? Seems a little suspicious to me. I don't know. I mean, Something Killing the Children is doing well. That's probably Boom Studios, easily their best-selling book. I don't think there's anything close to it. So I could see why they want to reprint the crap out of that one. Yeah, why not? You come out with a Well, I think issue number 1 has gone to like 5th or 6th printing, maybe at least. I don't know. Daryl says, "Are you excited about the relaunch of Milestone?" Yeah, that seems to be what they do. They just rehash things. I mean, now we've got Marvel's coming out with Heroes Reborn. Didn't that not work the last time? I mean, my memory is not the best, but I don't think Heroes Reborn worked the last time. Uh, I don't know. That's one of the things we can look at. Marvel solicitations for May. Um, something is up to a 5th or 6th printing. Yeah, it's a lot. That's quite a bit. I mean, sometimes those later printings can have value if they're super, super short printed. Not a lot of people got them. I can understand that, but long term, I don't know. Long term, I would imagine people want the first print. I don't know, just me. I don't want to reprint. I want. There goes my Wi-Fi again. I need to. Damn, need to get that Wi-Fi booster. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't gotten it a long time ago. It's my Wi-Fi lately is very weak. All right. Let me pull up some things. We'll share my screen. Pull up Midtown first, just to show you guys a couple things that have sold out on Midtown that you may want to take a note of. Weeks. Frequent your local comic book shop. Not a bad idea to pop in and see if they've got this book. Dark Horse, the one that I noticed, and I said this in my, if you guys watch my new comic book day videos, I do them every afternoon on Wednesday, usually. Once in a while I miss one, but I posted this video yesterday afternoon. And at the time, this book was not sold out. Crimson Flower #2, that B cover, that's a pretty nice cover by Patrick Reynolds. I mean, it's pretty nice. I knew that. I had a feeling that was going to sell out, and it did. So if you watched my video, I even said, make sure you grab that. I think that was the only one from Dark Horse that sold out. DC, I don't think anything from DC sold out yet. Yeah, not a lot coming out from DC next week. Not too much. Pretty light week for DC. Dynamite Entertainment. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple of these exclusive covers. They're short printed anyways. I don't really count that. Kind of, yeah, they're nice covers, but no one reads these books. I bought one a couple weeks ago. I probably won't crack it open to read it. It'll stay sealed. I did like this cover by Segovia Vampiro. That was pretty sweet. It's a nice cover. So the regular, and there was a version of that for only $6. That was probably a good buy right there. That's a nice cover. Kind of sorry that I didn't grab that. I like that cover. But again, these are all cover buys. No one reads them. IDW, there's really almost nothing coming out next week from IDW. Image, I'm surprised. Is Crossover doing well? I know the first issue went to a second printing. I know the first issue was very heavily hyped because it's Donny Cates. I don't know. I've not heard any fantastic reviews about this book. I've not read it yet, so I'm not going to tell you what I think because I don't really know. I haven't read it yet. I feel a little jaded though. I tried to pick up a couple exclusive covers and I missed it. So I've not been heavy on buying that series. Department of Truth is pretty good. I've been reading that. I think I'm on issue 3 or 4. I'm a little bit behind. But I just like the regular Simmons covers. The A cover has been pretty good. So I just pick up the A cover. I mean, the B cover's not bad, but I don't, it's not selling out anymore. I don't know. It's James Tynion, of course, so most people will pick it up. Ice Cream Man number 23, A and B cover. I pick both covers up. I pre-order them in advance. It looks like the B cover is a little bit more popular. That is sold out now on Midtown. Yeah, that's a cool cover. I like it. I dig it. What else? I think that was it. Sold out from Midtown or from Image. Rain Like Hammers. I don't know much about this series. The second printing sold out. Probably a super low print run, anyways. I can't imagine it's more than 3,000 or 4,000. I like the name. The title sounds interesting. Rain Like Hammers. Kind of like that. Issue 2 is sold out. So it seems to be a hot series. I don't know. Maybe it's really good. Scumbag. You gotta love that title. Scumbag number 5. I think I pre-ordered this B cover. It looks nice. I'm a little bit behind in my reading. I think I've read the first issue of Scumbag. That's it though, so I'm pretty far behind. Spawn 315. I really like this Capullo raw pencils cover. I did pick up a couple of those really cheap. I got them for about $30. So pretty good price. Considering they're 1 in 50 ratio variants. I love these covers though. I like these. I think long term, if you like Spawn and you like Capullo's art, I think this is the second appearance of the Chain Gang is in this. 314 is probably going to be more of a key because that's the first appearance of the Chain Gang. But I think there's also another. I think there's another first appearance in this issue. I know there's a couple. Spawn you've got to keep buying right now because there are a lot of new appearances popping up. I think there's one being solicited for. Is it 317, 318? One of the ones coming up. There's a first appearance in the cover A. He's right on the front cover. So the Redeemer or something like that. I think it's the Redeemer. So Spawn's been pretty good. That's been worth buying. I pick up most of the Spawn issues. Two Moons number 1, the B cover. I love Gerardo Zaffino. I love Zaffino art, so that's a total cover buy for me. I don't know if that story is going to be good or not, but you got Dave Stewart doing some of the interior art. I like the cover, so that's a cover buy for me. Does it for Image. Marvel, I was shocked that there wasn't more sold out from Marvel. Black Panther, Finch cover, that was a 1 in 50, still available, not sold out, still fairly close to ratio price. It's not one of Finch's better covers. I mean, I think the background is kind of a little too plain, maybe. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't buy it. I did say in my video yesterday that I thought maybe this Captain Marvel incentive cover might be sought after because it's kind of an homage to that superhero, a Legion of Superheroes, Adam Hughes cover. That's obviously the key cover that everyone loves to have and collect. It's a pretty valuable book as well, especially in high grade. This is sort of an homage to it. It's okay. It's pretty good. Mohammed Asrar. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Did a pretty good job on that. But again, there is good and bad to buying this. It's a 1 in 25. They're asking almost double ratio price for it, and the fact that it's not sold out in Midtown would have me worried. So if this book was a lot hotter, I think it would be sold out by now. So I don't know. So I don't expect that book to be red hot next week. The red hot ones usually sell out really quick, usually in the same day. Usually same day. But again, are there a lot of people buying that book, Captain Marvel? I don't think so. So it could be a rare book just because most shops aren't going to order 25 copies to get that cover. Daredevil number 25. I mean, here you go. This is third printing by Chichetto. At least that's cover price, but they've also had an incentive cover by Momoko for $90. It's a third print. I don't know. It's not sold out at Midtown. So I would be a little I'd be very cautious about buying that book. I'd be very careful. King in Black, Return of the Valkyries, the B cover. I do like these B covers by I think the coloring is really nice. I love the coloring on that. It did sell out at Midtown. So people are probably just buying it because of the cover art. It's a nice cover. No doubt about it. It's nice. Again, this is another Sousa cover. Sold out at Midtown. I don't like that one as much as the Marvel Voice. What was it? Yeah, of course. The book that sold out really quick. This one sold out the quickest on Midtown yesterday. Was the Oliver Copiel cover. Again, it's only $5. It sold out very quickly. I did grab one before it sold out. I have the Delato. I did buy the store exclusive by Delato, the Black Panther Delato cover. Just total cover buy. I don't think it's sold out. I don't think it's an expensive book or anything, but yeah, I like this. I mean, Miles Morales, usually you can't go wrong buying stuff by him. I mean, buying covers with him on it. So that is a nice one. Sold out very quickly. So get them at your LCS. This one I'm surprised is not sold out. There was a lot of people. There were several people talking about this book a couple weeks ago, saying, "Oh, this Nakayama cover is awesome. It's going to sell out. Maybe there's some type of appearance in this book." I don't think any of that's materialized. Obviously, it's still available. I think it's a 1 in 25. So I think even Midtown, I think, thought it would do better. They jacked up the price. Midtown does that all the time. If they get a little inkling or hear anything that a book might be hot, they jack the price up. So again, this is selling at, they're asking almost double ratio. So that is but I'm sorry. Wi-Fi issues again. Hopefully, some of you are still with me. Um, yeah, technical difficulties with my channel again. What's new? It wouldn't be. That's how you would know that an imposter has taken over my channel. Um, if all of a sudden it was technically working well. Sorry about that. Um, I don't even know what I was talking about. I think I started reviewing books that out at um so Independence was one that I thought looked pretty nice. It sold out very quickly. And I went and found a couple copies on Golden Apple for cover price. And I posted that on my Instagram. And a couple people said they went in. I think a couple people messaged me and said, "Yeah, I got 2, I got 3." And then all of a sudden, one of them, I think Manny messaged me saying, "Yeah, they're sold out." They sell out pretty quickly. Um, it's a nice cover. I like some of these scout books are getting optioned. Maybe that's why it's a nice cover. I understand that. It's a one. I didn't know, but it's a 1 in 10. So the fact that Midtown only had it for $3.99 is interesting. I've been to other websites like Black Cape Comics, couple other sites. They were asking like $25 for this book. Golden Apple was only asking $3.99. Um, yeah, my Wi-Fi is still. You guys hearing me okay, or is it still switching to my other Wi-Fi route better? All right. Hopefully you guys can hear me better, see me better. It says my Wi-Fi is a little stronger now. Hopefully that's the case. I don't know. A couple of you are saying that I'm going in and out. Hopefully it's okay now. Coming in loud and clear. Let me share my screen again. Yeah. I think I was on the wrong router setting, so hopefully this is better. Uh, so what do you guys think of this cover? Is it nice? I like the look of it, the coloring on it. I'm not too sure who the artist is. Maria Lopez. Um, but yeah, Manny's right. It sold out. I guess after I posted on Instagram, a bunch of people went in and bought it out. I guess I think that's what happened. Yeah, Louis the 13th. Yep. So sorry. I'm sorry, everybody, for the shitty Wi-Fi issue. If I did these videos from my closet, I just wouldn't be able to smoke a cigar anymore. Which, yeah, I need to get a Wi-Fi booster down here for the first floor. That might help. Can everybody hear me good now, though? Hopefully, my Wi-Fi is telling me it's strong at the moment. The StreamYard is not telling me I'm having any technical difficulties. So hopefully you're hearing me loud and clear. No buffering. No problems with the audio. Won't it be nice one day if I can do these live streams without any technical difficulties at all? That'd be awesome. Oh well. All right. Everyone says I'm good now. All right, very good. Let's hope it stays that way. You just never know. That's why I put in the description of my my channel today. You just never know what's going to happen. My Wi-Fi could go crazy. I might set a comic book on fire with my cigar. That's happened once. Yeah, it's wild. So I did order a couple copies of this off of Golden Apple before it sold out. I think Manny, I don't know if Manny got one of these or not. I know a couple of my Instagram followers said they were able to get a couple copies, and then it sold out pretty quickly. I don't know. So that could be a hot book. Who knows? If your shop gets Scout Comics, some shops do. You may want to look and see if they have that on the shelf. I think on eBay I checked. It's selling for about $15 on eBay. So yeah, nothing crazy. But not bad if you picked it up for cover price, right? All right. Not a bad deal. What was the other? I think there was one more book. I do like this cover. It sounds interesting. This Chasing the Dragon #1. The cover is done by Minton 3 and Peach Momoko. So I'm assuming maybe Peach did the coloring. I don't know. Nothing on that cover looks like Peach Momoko, other than maybe she did the coloring of the book. So I find that pretty interesting. The premise of the story sounds interesting, though. The premise sounds interesting. It's a what is it here? I'm going to read the description. It's, I guess, the New York Times bestselling writer Denton J. Tipton and acclaimed painter Minton 3 explore a dark fantasy world ravaged by the rampant abuse of a drug made from the when two young slaves for a terrible secret that could change the course of the world. Will a meek alchemist apprentice and a drug-addled concubine survive long outside their cages? For fans of Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad, sounds like Game of Thrones and drug addicts. Sounds good. I like it. They're addicted to dragon's blood. So, I mean, it sounds like a badass premise. I don't know. I'm going to pick up that first issue just to try it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it won't. I'll try out a book here and there just to see. By the way, I'm going on my phone right now and selecting Do Not Disturb. My phone is connected to my laptop, so I don't know. I keep getting calls on my phone that interrupt my live stream. Daryl's very nice. Hit the like button. Yes, I know. So I don't know why you would. I've had all kinds of technical difficulties. It sounds like a down button. Thumbs down seems more appropriate right now than a thumbs up. But anybody that wants to give me a thumbs up, that's awesome. I appreciate you guys. Everybody knows I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I had one subscriber took the time to message me on Instagram saying that he would watch my channel again if I would stop drinking. I told him, I said, good luck with that. I don't think so. I'm not an alcoholic. I like to have a drink. I don't have to have a drink. I know all alcoholics say that. They all say that. I don't have to have a drink. But yeah, I do like to drink. What can I tell you? I may not be long for this world, so I might as well enjoy the time. Well, the time I have, I might as well enjoy it. So I do enjoy a nice whiskey and a nice cigar. I don't have them every day, but yeah, a couple times a week, I probably indulge myself. But I don't ever really drink too much because I don't like having hangovers. So I'm not a big hangover person. So usually 1 to 2 drinks, I'm good. All right, the other book I wanted to mention was this Nuclear Family. I don't know. It's an aftershock comic book. The premise sounds interesting. Both covers sold out. I did like this Tony Harris cover. It's pretty cool. The description, it says, America 1957, Elvis dominates the airwaves and apple pie is served after every meal. But with the dark cloud of nuclear holocaust looming, Korean War vet Tim McLean's major concern is taking care of his family and in the atomic age. When the first bomb drops on an unexpected Midwest city, Tim and his family find themselves plugged into a strange new world where what's left of the United States has gone underground while continuing to wage war on Russia with unthinkable tactics. It's based on the Philip K. Dick short story Breakfast at Twilight. Nuclear Family is written by Stephen Phillips, the writer of Butcher of Paris, Heavy Metal Artemis, and The Assassin Red Atlantis, and illustrated by Tony Chastain. I do remember him from Star Trek. Yeah, he did the Star Trek interior art, which was pretty good. It's Cold War era science fiction at its most timely and terrifying. So it sounds like an interesting, sounds like it'll be an interesting read. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. I think that was it for Independence. Real quick, let's go over to CBR. I don't think I need those sunglasses anymore. The sun is setting. All right, let's go to comic book news. Where was it here? Let me go down a little further here. Yeah, Marvel Solicitations for the month of May. So again, Heroes Reborn. Be good or not, I know the workout. Maybe better this time. Lots of covers. I don't like most of them. I really don't think I'm going to pick up most of these books, to be honest. I mean, when it comes to Marvel, I've got a couple go-to books. Venom, that Venom's been in my go-to book because of Cates. I think he's done a pretty good job on that series overall. Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil, definitely I pick that up every month. I've picked up a couple X-Men books here and there. They've been okay. I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I don't even like a lot of these covers. I don't know. These covers are weird to me. I don't know. It's not jumping out saying buy me. That's all. I'm not impressed with this Heroes Reborn stuff by Marvel. I don't know. Champions or Young Squadron. I don't know. I mean, maybe there'll be a couple first appearances in some of these books. Just to me, it looks like a hard pass. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's a nice cover by Brooksy. Fantastic Four. That's a nice Brooks cover. There was a couple covers that looked interesting. Let me see. I'm getting down to it. Shang-Chi. Did they just come out with Shang-Chi? They're rebooting it again? I don't know what's going on. I do like that Shang-Chi cover right there, though. It's pretty cool. I don't know who that artist is. Benjamin Sue, maybe? Fantastic Four Life Story, Valkyrie. Marvel's nice Alex Ross cover. Alien. Now, I do like these alien cover. In Hook Lee, that one's okay, but man, look at this cover. I think that is, it's either Philip Tan. I think it's Philip Tan. There's supposed to be two other covers, Philip Tan cover and an Adam Kubert cover. I think that might be Philip Tan. I don't know. It's awesome though. Look at that freaking alien cover. I love that cover. So I will be buying that. That's total cover buy for me. Hopefully the writing is good. Philip Kennedy Johnson's been doing a lot of writing for Marvel. Hopefully that Alien series is solid. I haven't read issue number 1. I think I'm getting that pretty soon. That's coming in the next few weeks. Carnage, Black, White, and Blood, number 3. I did pick up the first couple issues of Carnage. I'm probably going to, it's only a 4-issue miniseries. I'll probably collect the whole thing. Hopefully it's decent. We'll see. Black Knight, I don't think I'm going to pick that up. Again, not a lot of Marvel books I'm collecting these days. Just Daredevil and Venom. Way of X, I do like that Christian Ward cover. I think that's a B cover by Christian Ward. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Christian Ward's freaking awesome. Look at that B cover. I like it. I like that Christian Ward cover. It's pretty sweet. I may have to get that. New Mutants, I think that's another Christian Ward cover. Just pretty, he uses awesome coloring. Amazing. I like that. Cable. Children of the Atom. I don't know. Hellions. Wolverine number 12. I don't know. X-Men, there's Nimrod on the cover. There's Liefeld. Rob Liefeld. Still at it. Still at it. Nothing's slowing him down. Iron Fist, Heart of the Dragon. I don't know. I'm not collecting. I mean, I know it's only a 6-issue miniseries. I think I collected the first 2 issues. I don't know if I'm going to continue with that one or not. America Chavez. Yeah, I probably won't pick that up. Nonstop Spider-Man. I did buy a Delato variant. Issue number 1. I do like Chris Botchlo cover though. No, it's Finch. I'm sorry, it's Finch cover. But there is going to be a Chris Botchlo. I like Botchlo's art. I like that Finch cover. That's pretty good. It's a nice cover by Finch. Ooh, look at that Predator. That's pretty cool. What else, guys? What else can we talk about? Spider-Woman. I hopefully will get my Spider-Woman number 9 1 in 25 covers this week. I bought 3 of them. I think they're going for crazy money too. I probably could sell 1 and it will more than pay for the other 3 that I already bought. I think it's going for like 150 to 170 range for 1 issue now. I think I'm going to hold on to them though. That's a really rare book. I do like this Black Widow cover by Adam Hughes. I haven't liked an Adam Hughes cover in quite some time. I love this cover. So I'm going to be buying that. Total cover buy for Black Widow number 7. Again, Daredevil. You got to pick up Daredevil. Pick up all the A covers. Make sure it's on your pull list. It's a solid read with Chip Zdarsky writing. The art by Chichetto is awesome. Again, this is another great cover by Chichetto. There's also going to be a Predator variant by Sienkiewicz. That could be interesting. Sienkiewicz once in a while just blows me away. Sometimes he's really, really good. Immortal Hulk, Time of Monsters. There's the Green Door. So I think the first appearance of the Green Door is Incredible Hulks, number 620, I think it is. It's like a $20 book. I don't know. It's the first appearance of a door. It's not really a character, but they're almost making it into a character, right? They're making it like it's an evil entity. It's just a doorway into, I guess, what, into hell, maybe. Is that what it is? Doorway to hell? So if you've got that Incredible Hulk 620 first appearance of the Green Door, this book might escalate the price a little bit here in the coming months. We'll see. You may want to dust that puppy off. Strange Academy. It's been a pretty good read. I like Scotty Young as a writer much better than artist. I loved his Middle West series that he did for Image. I thought that was great. I like him as a writer. I think he's pretty good. He's decent. Conan's still at it, issue 21. That they keep going with that. Star Wars High Republic looks like the Master is down. Master Skier. Skier, is that his name? The one-armed lizard. I thought he could grow his arm back, though. He hasn't grown his arm back, I guess, by now. I don't know. But he's down. The Piper is down. The Piper is down. I thought the first issue was okay. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But I don't think this comic book series is lighting anything on fire. I don't hear anybody talk about it like, oh, it's the one book for Marvel you got to buy every month. I don't hear anybody saying that. So I think overall, the Star Wars High Republic had a lot more hype than substance. Now, Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters, you've got a nice McNiven. Now, I like this. You got Steve McNiven and Steve McNiven doing I guess, an homage to Stephen Platt. You notice how he wrote McNiven after S. Platt. So I'm trying to think, what cover by Stephen Platt is he doing an homage of? I don't know. Back in the day, man, I loved Stephen Platt's art. It was very detailed. Platt could do really good covers, but then his interior artwork was terrible. He couldn't do sequential art very well. He was very, very good at cover art. And unfortunately, back in the day, not like they are today. So I don't know. I think Stephen Platt would have had a pretty good career as a cover artist, because if he spent the time and he could draw some really good detail on his covers, but he could not draw interior art at all. He was pretty bad at that. So I like that. I like Steve McNiven's art anyways. Charles Soule, he's an okay writer. I'm gonna give that a look at. I'll probably pick up the first issue. We'll see. We'll see if it's any good. I like McNiven though, so I'll give it a try. Look at this guy, Imperial Dignitary. Yeah, that looks like a fun action figure. What are you gonna do with that? That's the action figure. If I was a kid, that would be the action figure that would get mowed down by my Jedi sword. You got to have some, I used to create battle scenes when I was a kid. I had Star Wars and G.I. Joe figures, and sometimes I'd have the Star Wars figures go up against the G.I. Joe figures. So G.I. Joe would be firing their rifles, and my Star Wars figures, some of them would be firing rifles, but of course you had Luke Skywalker and Ben Kenobi, and I have Darth Vader. So it would be Luke Skywalker, Ben Kenobi, and Darth Vader would be battling the G.I. Joe figures with their lightsabers. And of course, they could deflect all the bullets from the G.I. Joe figures. So the G.I. Joe figures didn't win usually. The Star Wars figures usually won. And yeah. So, that's when kids actually played. I'm from that generation when I had toys, I would go out in the yard and I would build forts, and I would build scenes with what was in the backyard. So there'd be a big rock out there. I would I'd have like a big cliff, and I would create like a cliff scene with my action figures. I think it was good. I mean, it gave me I don't know. I think it was good for imagination. I don't think kids really don't play like that anymore, right? I mean, they got video games now. I mean, all the creativity is just on a TV now. It's created for them by video game manufacturers. When I was a kid, we had Atari 2600. That didn't keep my attention very long. So, you know, I went outside and I played, and yeah, I loved my action figures. I still have a lot of them, by the way. Maybe I'll do a show one time just pulling out my old action figures. I kept most of the Star Wars. I think the GI Joe ones. I still may have a couple GI Joe figures, but I think I sold most of those. But I still have Star Wars figures. I still have my Ben Kenobi. I think I still have a Luke Skywalker figure from the 70s. So I should just do a show maybe pulling out all my old action figures. I won't try to create a action figure scene for you. I won't do a recreated scene, but this guy would definitely be just killed real quick by one of my Jedi swords. Man, there's a lot of solicitations from May from Marvel. I don't like most of them, no. Dr. Alpha, maybe if there's a 1 in 25 variant. Yeah, I think that's it for Marvel solicitations. Oh, there was some speculation. I don't know if this is spec or not regarding WandaVision. I was going back and forth this morning with Air Spider. I think he's in the chat. Let me pull up my Instagram page. Yeah, I posted this comic book. Cable number 5, X of Swords. I think this came out in 2020. Did it come out last year? 2019? For some reason, I think I saw this in a Facebook post. Somebody had commented that this book's there. I did look it up. There was one listing for $50 on eBay. There was another 25, and that was it. That was the only listings I could see. eBay. I looked at Midtown, my comic book shop. I couldn't find any for sale for cover price at the usual places. Midtown, my comic shop, Golden Apple. I looked there. I couldn't see anything for sale. I wasn't going to spend. I mean, if I can't buy this for cover, forget about it. So if you can find this is probably something you could easily find in a back issue bin. And I guess there's a couple panels in the book that refer to a transmission. And Air Spider and I were talking about it. Air Spider 23. Let me get that exact. We were talking about that, and he had mentioned that it could be tied into the WandaVision. They were on the sword, I think they're on the satellite sword space station, maybe, and they were getting a transmission. So maybe this ties into WandaVision through the I don't know. Maybe that's why this book's all of a sudden like it's sold out everywhere. I can't find it, and there's only 2 listings on eBay. I don't know. So I was asking people on my Instagram page, like, "Hey, why is this book hot, or is it hot? I don't even know if it is hot." If I go on eBay right now, let's look it up. Table number 5 of Swords. There is a Kirkman variant for $15. Yeah, so there's that $50 listing. Seven of them have been sold at $50. So, I mean, obviously there's something going on in this issue. 7 have been sold. There's one. I think there's one left for $50. That's crazy. Um, these Tyler Kirkham variants are several of those for sale. So here's the other listing asking $25 plus shipping. Here's a 9.8 asking $90. I don't know. There's a second print for $8 plus shipping. I'm not impressed with the second print cover at all, but I don't know. So am I right in seeing I only see 2 listings on eBay of that regular cover. Only 2. Plus, well, 2 plus the CGC graded. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. Is that all of a sudden a key book or something? Is it going to be considered a tie-in to WandaVision? Is that why it's hot? I don't know. Um, I don't know. By virtue of me talking about it, it's probably only going to get hotter. I mean, I know a lot of people watch my channel, Comic Tom. I know you watch my channel. You get ideas from me. I know you do. But I don't know. That is definitely a book that your LCS has no clue is a hot book. So I'm sure Manny this weekend will probably find a couple copies. I no doubt he'll be posting a video over the weekend of him pulling a couple copies out of a back issue bin, maybe out of a dollar bin. I don't know. Um, so that could be a key book. It sounds like yeah, Air Spider read it this morning, so I think he thinks that there's a tie-in maybe to WandaVision. I think that's why there's some heat on it at the moment. I'm gonna go refresh my drink, guys, and then I'll show off some books I got. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Discuss amongst yourselves in the chat. I'll be right back. 1 second. All right, I'm back. Cheers, everybody. All right. So cable number 5. GTK Comics says, thanks, bud. You just got a cable number 5. We'll put it up for sale soon. There you go. Air Spider says, the only thing is a door with some guys that get taken down by Scott. Okay. So I'd like to find out why this book's hot, but obviously there's something. I think it has to do with maybe speculation on tie-in with WandaVision, the Sword agent. Obviously, they're on that space station of Sword, so there could be a direct tie-in to WandaVision. I don't know. Seems like a little bit of a stretch to me, but I just thought that was interesting. I mean, all the online stores appear to be sold out on it. So that's the perfect opportunity to flip a book, right? Go to your LCS, find it in a back issue bin for a couple dollars, maybe cover price, and throw it on eBay. I mean, if you throw it on eBay for $20, that's cheaper than the other 2 listings right now. So I'm giving you guys actionable advice, actionable information. That could be an easy flip to make some money, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be a book that you could probably find very easily at your local shop. If I have some time, I don't think I have time this weekend. I know there's a shop about 20 minutes from me that might have that book. I'll have to look and see. They're not usually the greatest for back issue stuff, especially older stuff, but this is pretty new, fairly new book. It might be in there. So I may have to go look and see if they have it. Jimmy says, your spec on Ice Cream Man 23, the latchy metal version. Oh yeah, God. I missed getting that latchy cover. So of course I can't qualify to buy the metal cover either. That sucks. I really wanted that cover too. I totally forgot about the time on it. I think I had it on my phone on the wrong day or something. I missed it. Yeah. And also the Star Wars Insider number 200 Momoko. Yeah, those books have been pretty hot. The only reason I don't like the Star Wars Insider magazine, they're magazines. I don't like buying magazine-sized books. If I'm going to buy a magazine-sized book, I'm going to buy like an old heavy metal, or I'll buy an old Vampirilla book with a Frazetta or a San Julian cover on it. I love those covers. So that's the only thing. I don't like to buy magazine-sized comic books in general, because I can't really store them. I mean, I guess I could buy a comic book box that's specifically made for magazine-sized books. In fact, I probably need to get one. I think I have one right now that I use for some of my graded books. I need to buy a box just for magazines, because I got a lot of Vampirilla stuff now. I probably have Creepy and Vampirilla. I've got probably a dozen or so of those books in Mylar, and they're really nice looking covers. But yeah, normally I'm not a buyer of magazine-sized books in general. So, but that Latchy, yeah, Zoe Latchy. Latchy, is that? I don't know how you pronounce her name. That's how I pronounce it, Latchy. I love that Ice Cream Man number 23. It's awesome. It's beautiful. I would be a buyer. You could get it. Parker says, "How about a magazine-sized Playboy?" Indeed, yes, that's not a bad one to collect. Especially that first. I think the first Playboy is worth the most, right? The Marilyn Monroe cover, especially in high grade. I think that goes for in the thousands. I think in pretty high grade. Yeah, there are a lot of Playboy collectors out there. Air Spider says he has the Sable and China Playboy magazine somewhere. Nice. Oh, that's right, China. She was that wrestler. I think she died, didn't she? Did she commit suicide? I think she committed suicide. She had a rough life. Maybe. Well, hopefully Gina Carano doesn't go that way. I don't think she will. She seems pretty conservative. I'm sure there'd be a lot of people that would pay her to be naked in a Playboy, right, Gina Carano? I'm sure there'd be some pretty big offers for her to get naked. Yep. So that's my speculation on Cable 5. I don't know. Could be worth picking up. I think that's at least a good one to flip. I don't think long term. I wouldn't buy that and think long term that that's going to be something, but maybe a good flip if you can get it for cover. All right, I did get some books in the mail. Oh, by the way, I'm going to give a shout out to Frankie's Comics. They did me a solid. So I got a set of these Alan Qua, Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. The Alan Qua. I think there's a virgin and a trade dress. And one of my trade dresses, you can kind of see it here, it's like the film came off of it or something. I don't know what happened there. Well, they were really nice. They sent me another copy. So behind this one is another copy that's perfect. So they, at no cost, mailed me another trade dress for free because this one came damaged. That was really nice of them to do that. And they also sent me like a little bonus book with it, which was really cool. They also sent me a B cover of Future State Teen Titans, the Red X on the cover by, who was that by? Nugent, I think it is. Yeah, that was nice of them to do that. They sent that to me for free. That was pretty cool. So shout out to Frankie's Comics. I'm in their Facebook group, so I pick up a lot of their books. Don't pay shipping usually, so it's one of the advantages of being in their Facebook group. I save on shipping costs. So if there's an exclusive cover that I really like, I try to see if Frankie's has it first, just because I save quite a bit of money on shipping. Speaking of A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, I did pick up that I think it was a 1 in 5 variant. This is like a $40-$50 book. I got it for like $30, which I had to buy it on eBay. It's a pretty tough book to find. And the story is pretty good. It's very simple, man. It only takes you like 2 minutes to read the book. It's not a long reading. But, these books have been heating up. The issue 2 sold out very quickly. I mean, Behemoth Comics, I think is the name of the publisher. Really low print run. I also grabbed this for like close to cover price. I think that was the 1 in 5 variant for number 2. I mean, they're nice books. I don't know if there's a whole lot of upside to those books in the future, but I think they already produced something, TV show or something already got optioned on that. But I don't know. It's a nice book by Behemoth. I like it. I did also get Maniac of New York. I got the 1 in 15 cover, I think it is. Cool cover. Looks like an interesting read. I haven't read it yet, but it sounds like a interesting premise. It's basically Jason, serial killer. I don't know. It sounds interesting. This one was a total cover by, I don't know if this will be any good to read, The Shepherd. I believe that is the David Mack cover. It sold out really quickly on Midtown. I grabbed it before it sold out. And I think it sells for like $10 to $12 now. I don't know, maybe a little bit more than I paid for it. But it's a cool cover. I like it. White cover. They use that really. The publisher is Black Caravan. Is that the name of the publisher? I think that's the publisher. But they use really nice thick paper. It's like a thick cardstock cover. So that's the way to get a white cover, is if you have a really thick cover. It comes in really nice shape. So yeah, I like that cover. I got this in the mail finally. I think I ordered this. Man, I ordered this like middle of last year. From, was it Scott's? No, it wasn't Scott's Collectibles. It was from Sad Lemon, which I don't order a lot from them. They're a UK store. This was an exclusive to Sad Lemon. There might have been one other store in the UK that was selling this, but this is a Peach Momoko. What's it considered? It's a special blood red. What is it called? Yeah. It had a print run of only 120, 98 graded copies. So there's only 120 of these in existence. I don't think it's gone up a whole lot in price. I think it's worth about what I paid for it. So it was a little disappointing, especially given how long I had to wait for this book. If I had gotten this book right away, I probably could have flipped it and made some money on it, but it's about what I paid for it now because I had to wait so damn long to get this thing. But yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's 9.8, whatever, graded. It's a nice looking book. I may sell that eventually. I don't know if I'll keep that or not. All right, I did get in the mail also from Frankie's Star Wars Clone Wars. That is the second print. Of course, I do have the first print Virgin, which that's like $100 book, right? Easily, I think I paid $20 for this. $20 worth 100. And I got this for whatever it was. I think they wanted $25 for this. It sells for around $50 right now. So it's kind of nice to have the set, right? The Virgin and the trade dress, basically second print, first print. So yeah, that's one of my favorite Peach Momoko covers is the Yoda. I think she killed that one. My other favorite Peach Momoko cover is the Ray cover. I got 2 of those. One of these I got through Frankie's for like $27, which is really good. I think the other one I got from Golden Apple for like 60. And I think at one time they were selling for around $200. I don't know if they still are or not, but I think at one point these were selling around $200 in raw condition, non-graded. So yeah, nice books, beautiful books that came in perfect shape. Parker says, who is the Red X? If it's Damian, then what happens to Batman 655? That's a good point. You bring up a nice point, Parker. I do have Batman 655. I don't have 655 has a Kubert variant that's really expensive now. I think people pay crazy money for that. I just have the regular A cover, which is like a red cover. My advice is have both of them. The book that's really gone crazy is that Teen Titans Go issue, which some people say that's the first appearance of Red X. What is it? Teen Titans Go number 34. See how good my memory is. My memory is damn good when it comes to comic books. It's not too good for much else. Is it 234? Maybe 23. Yeah, 23. I knew there was a 23 in the wording. It's 23. Yeah, so that one, I mean, look at the prices they want for this thing. It's crazy. But that is technically in comic books, that's the first appearance of Red X. Teen Titans Go number 23. Super expensive book now. Yeah, I mean, some people are asking well over $300 for it. It's crazy. Not a lot for sale on eBay, though. I mean, if you look on eBay, there's just like 4 or 5 listings. Looks like I mean, there's a couple auctions. This one at 150, 1 day, 18 hours left. No bids yet. The other one's got 22 bids. It's at $143. Still 3 days left. Says high grade. Buy now for $4 to buy it now. So I'd be very careful buying this book right now. That one looks a little beat up. But man, that would be a good gem find if you could find that in the back issue bin, right? That would be awesome. Get that for like $3, $4 in the back issue bin. Put it on eBay and flip it. But 6 months from now, is this book going to be going for $200, $300? I highly doubt it. Teen Titans Go, I don't think that book's going to be going for crazy money. 3, 6 months from now, I don't think so. We'll see. That's why it's called speculation and not called a sure thing. That's why it's called speculation. Oh, Air Spider said that on that cable number 5, there is some kind of background interference distortion, like an old radio stuck between stations. Jean Grey. So, okay, that's why. That's probably why that book's on fire right now. Yeah, they're thinking it's a tie-in to WandaVision. Who knows? So that could be the first appearance of WandaVision. Yeah, Air Spider says, my daughter's going to kill me when she grows up, and I don't have that Ray. Yeah, there you go. Robin King is still hot, so still hot 6 months later. Yeah, I don't think Robin King's as hot as it was when it first came out. I had that I remember that that Dark Knights, that 1 in 25. I have one copy of it. I think there were people paying like $400 for a raw book. I think that thing is down well below $100 now. I think it is. Let me check real quick. I haven't looked at that book in a long time. It was Dark Knights, Metal Legends of the Dark Knight #1. Yeah, I mean, okay, there's a 9.8, no bids at $200 starting bid. There's a buy it now for $150. All right, still over $100. Buy it now for $189. But that was a hot book. There's someone asking $300. Yeah, not too many 1 in 25s for sale. That was a super hot book though. The week that came out, people were going crazy for that book. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, there's one for $75. Yeah, I thought there was one below 100. So long term, that could be a good pickup. Cheap, buy that on the cheap. No one's really talking about Robin King right now. I think that's a cool character. I think you could see them continuing to bring him into storylines. So if you could get that, I mean, that $75 price is pretty cheap. Shit, I think I paid about $70 for my copy. So it's close to what I paid for it originally. I don't know. I think that's a book you don't have in your collection. I would buy it. I mean, at that price, I don't think you're going to get it too much cheaper than $75. And it's still Robin King's first appearance, especially that 1 in 25. I could see that doing well. But that's the thing, what's hot initially, all of a sudden 6 months later is sort of forgotten, and the prices reflect that. The prices come down. So you got to be real careful when something's really red hot right now. The Red X is a hot DC property at the moment. 6 months from now, a year from now, that may not be the case at all. So yeah, you just have to think in terms of that sometimes. So that's my caution on that. But I think $75 for that book. I mean, it's a cool cover. He's on the cover. It's his first full appearance. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong long term with that book. I think that's a solid book to have. And, all right. I can't think if there's any really good exclusive books. I don't think there's much coming out this weekend. Usually I go to Chasing Comics, Infamous's website. There's a couple Spider books that are coming out this weekend. This one's the homage to ASM. Is it 238? Yeah, I think it's 238, right? Splitting the costume. That's pretty cool. Tyler Kirkham. He does a lot of exclusive covers. I like it. So that's for ASM 61. That comes up for pre-sale. Oh, that was yesterday. It might be sold out. I thought it was this weekend. It looks like there's several websites selling it. Came out yesterday at 5 p.m. Morphus Inc., 789, Mutant Beaver, and Mike Mayhew's studio. So the Comic Mint also have it. Yeah, there's several stores selling it. I don't think the print run was 800 available, so that might still be available for sale. I don't think much of the new costume. I don't think the new costume is all that great. That's my opinion, but again, how many times have they come up with a new costume and several months later no one cares? He's back to the red costume again. So I know it's sort of a way to sell comic books. That's how I would view it. I wanted to get this. I totally forgot about it. Recount. I thought that was a cool looking cover, but you had to like join and be a member of this ECGC Comics, I think you had to do a Patreon where you had to subscribe and pay so much per month in order to buy the book. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit. I did pick this up. It did sell out. Ice Cream Man 23 exclusive by David Sanchez. That was sold by, I think, Elite Comics did that one. It was Elite Comics. It sold out pretty quickly. 500 copies only. That's a nice cover. I'm a big Ice Cream Man fan. Most of you guys know that. I have most of the Ice Cream Man issues. Yeah, here's that Spawn issue I was mentioning earlier. 316. Yeah, the first appearance of a new character. I think he's called the Redeemer. Yep. That Matina cover is absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I love it. There is a book coming out. It's on auction right now. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. I really hope I win it. It's a book that I've coveted for a long time. I think there's 2 or 3 days left in the auction, so you guys will know by next week if I got it or not. I hope so. Like, I'll be one of those maniacs, like right to the last second, making sure I buy it or make sure I'm the winner. It's a book I've wanted. It's rarely up for sale ever. It literally, I've been watching this book for a long time. I don't think there's been a sale on this book for probably a couple of years. So I'm not going to tell anybody what it is because I don't want competition for buying it. So I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. Yeah, my lighter's broken. But I'll let it should be pretty cool. I'll let everybody know that next week if I get it or not. Hopefully I do. GTK Comics says spec on Stillwater. The series has legs. I've not read it yet. Aaron Bartling is one of my buds. I know he did an exclusive cover for that. I should have bought it. I just forgot to. I have heard some good things about it. That it's a good series. That definitely could get optioned at some point. It's not a bad idea, anyways, to pick up at least issue number 1 of a lot of these Image books because you just never know. I mean, you're risking $4. Who cares? It's not a big investment, and if it gets optioned down the road, then all of a sudden, you have that book you love. A series, that's a different story. Collected if you like reading it, but if you're not into the story that much, still not a bad idea to pick that up and throw it in your maybe long-term spec box. I think that's not a bad idea. So I think I like that spec. I think Stillwater, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, but again, not a lot of books coming out this weekend that I'm paying attention to. I almost pulled the trigger on this Carmen #1. I do like Zoe or Zoo's, I think that's her name, Zoo or Zoo's artwork. It's pretty cool. It's like a David Mack. She's kind of like David Mack. Does this really cool watercolor. She's an Asian artist. She's really, really good. I like this cover. But man, I think they wanted like $35 for it. I was just like, man, if this was like $20, I probably would have pulled the trigger if it was like $20. It's limited to 400 copies. It did sell out. It didn't sell out right away. I mean, I watched it for 3 or 4 minutes and contemplated. I think by the 10-minute mark, it was sold out. I think that was Black Cape Comics. Yeah. And Kirby's art. I like the cover. It is limited, but I just thought $30 plus shipping. It's going to be like $40. I think that's too much. I probably would have bought it if it was $20. So that's it, guys. That's my live stream for Thursday. Hopefully I gave you some good information to look at and think about. Next week, not a big, huge week for comic books, but there's a couple things that I highlighted that you may want to take a look at that have sold out at Midtown that you may want to check your LCS to see if they have it. Yeah, what else is, I think that's about it. I can't think of anything else that I wanted to mention. I pretty much covered it all. I showed you guys the books. that I wanted to highlight. Appreciate all of you hanging out with me. Tomorrow is Friday. I will be shooting a video in the afternoon highlighting the Hot 10 list by CBSI. I am pretty sure one of the books that's going to be on that list is going to be Spider-Woman #9. At least that wasn't on last week's, was it? Am I having a brain fart there? Let me see here real quick. I think Spider-Woman #9 was one of the books. Yeah, it wasn't on last. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be on this week's. Spider-Woman #9. That book is selling for pretty good. I posted on my Instagram about it. So if you guys make sure you follow me on Instagram. I've been growing my Instagram really well lately. I'm getting close to 1,200 followers, which is pretty damn good. Yeah, so this book's selling. It's calming down a little bit. It's down to like 130 range. There were a couple people buying it between 150 and 175, so it has come down a little bit. But still, that's pretty damn good for a 1 in 25. Again, this is a very, very hard to find book. Most shops did not order 25 copies to get one of these. So long term, this could be one of those books that I think it holds above $100 just because of how rare it is. I don't think there's, I mean, there's maybe what, 10, 12 listings here in eBay. And they're all well over $100. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that book's going to be on the Hot 10 next week. Hot 10 list week next week. We'll see. Maybe that Cable 5 will be on there. I don't know. I know Ben watches my channel. So he's got to come up they got to come up with ideas to put on the list every week. So maybe he's going to watch my channel and go, yeah, what's Justice talking about? Oh yeah, Cable #5. Oh yeah, tie into WandaVision. Yeah, let me throw that on the list. Who knows? But I'm pretty damn sure this one's going to show up. There's been enough people talking about it. So I mark my words, this will be on tomorrow's list. I'm pretty sure it will be. All right, guys. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Look for my video tomorrow on the Hot 10 list by CBSI. I will have that out in the afternoon. I'm not golfing tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to be golfing all week. I'm in a tournament next week with 18 other guys up in Leesburg, Florida, at a really nice kind of private course. I don't think I've ever golfed much. 7 rounds over 4 days, so I better rest up for this. I don't think I've ever golfed that much, so it could be a very frustrating week depending on how I play. I don't know. We'll see. I went to the driving range a little bit this week to try to prepare myself for all that golf, but it should be fun hanging out with some guys and playing golf. I will be posting videos. I'll bring my laptop with me. I still may have to do some work here and there, so I'll have my laptop with me. So I'll be able to shoot videos. I'll make sure I have my headset with me. So who knows? I may be reporting live from the golf course, or at least the golf course resort next week. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, have a great evening, and I'll see you guys later this weekend. Thanks, everyone.